Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating visual analysis from SLX News that systematically compares the highly stylized animated characters of the Jungle Book to their actual real-life biological counterparts. It is an incredible visual journey, literally taking us from the drawing board straight into the wild. It's a question we've all probably pondered while watching these classics, right? How do our favorite animated jungle characters actually look in the real world? Well, the SLX News data systematically lists these incredible transformations. It strips away all that humanized imagination to reveal the raw, natural reality and the live-action equivalents hiding right beneath the fantasy. So here's our roadmap for today. First, Mowgli and his key friends. Second, the fearsome jungle predators. Third, the loyal wolf pack. Fourth, the extended jungle family. And finally, number 5, animation meets reality. All right, let's kick things off with part 1, Mowgli and his key friends. Mowgli is really the anchor of this whole universe. Notice how he transitions from this highly stylized, super expressive animated boy into the stark reality of a human child just trying to survive in the wild. It instantly grounds all that fantasy into an uncompromising, deeply vulnerable natural setting. And then for Baloo, we shift from a cuddly, comical, and exaggerated presence straight into his true, imposing form. Indian sloth bears, which Baloo was based on, are formidable, highly protective creatures in nature. It really highlights the sheer size and raw power that the cartoon kind of softens for the audience. Next up is Bagheera. Wow, we go from a smooth, colorful cartoon mentor to the incredible stealth and gravity of a real Black Panther. A real-life melanistic leopard brings a completely different level of majestic beauty and, let's be honest, sleek, silent danger to the jungle. Moving right along to Section 2, the fearsome jungle predators. Just look at the transformation of Shere Khan here. We draw a stark line between his menacing, almost humanly expressive cartoon face and the awe-inspiring power of a real-world Bengal tiger. The cartoon uses those exaggerated features to show malice, but a real-life tiger? It simply uses its massive, intimidating, natural presence. Now, with Kaa, there is a massive leap in tone. We transition from a highly expressive snake who uses those hypnotic, swirling eyes straight to a naturally camouflaged and absolutely massive real-life python. A real animal relies on perfectly blending into its environment, which is terrifying in a completely different, deeply grounded way. And when transitioning Shakakala, the stark difference between a simplified, blocky, animated crocodile and the rugged reality of the actual animal is pretty striking. It completely grounds the character in the harsh, practically prehistoric realities of the jungle waterways. Up next, Section 3, the loyal wolf pack. So the foundational members of the pack are deeply rooted in strict, real-life wolf dynamics. Akela translates directly to a real-life alpha, Rickshaw beautifully represents a fiercely protective female wolf, and Daruka stands as a standard pack member. The intricate social hierarchy is perfectly preserved here, even as the aesthetic shifts entirely to harsh reality. Continuing down the line with Lali, Bakala, and Harjeet, you really start to see the unique challenge the animators faced. Think about it. They had to adapt biologically accurate, often identical-looking, real-life wolves into distinctly recognizable pack members. They gave them unique visual quirks in the cartoon that fade away entirely when you're looking at their live-action equivalents. All right, diving into Section 4, the extended jungle family. When looking at the elephants, Hapi, Apu, and Gajini, their massive, sometimes comical cartoon designs are directly inspired by the absolute grandeur and scale of real-world herds. Translating them back to reality strips away the blockiness and brings back their natural, awe-inspiring dignity and complex herd dynamics. The SLX News roster runs incredibly deep, revealing a wonderfully vibrant ecosystem. From the scavenger Tabakwi to smaller jungle dwellers like Masha and Darzi, each caricature strips away to reveal a distinct, texturally complex species. It's absolutely fascinating how even the most minor characters represent vital ecological niches, crucial to the whole environment. And the sheer variety just keeps going. We've got birds of prey like Chill and swift mongooses like Rikki Tikki. Continually contrasting their drawn, exaggerated forms with reality reminds us that every single cartoon caricature has a breathing, surviving, live-action counterpart hunting and thriving in the wild right now. Concluding this massive roster really proves just how densely populated and biologically inspired this entire cartoon universe truly is. The creators didn't just invent a fictional world in a studio, they meticulously adapted a massive, breathing Indian jungle ecosystem. Finally, Section 5, Animation Meets Reality. The core takeaway from this entire SLX News analysis is the incredible artistic journey we just walked through together. It's the sheer marvel of taking simplified, expressive animation, which relies almost entirely on exaggeration for emotion, and grounding it back into the raw, uncompromising beauty of real-world biology and natural environments. It really gives you a profound new appreciation for both the genius of the animators and the brilliance of nature itself. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Look back at this massive SLX News roster we've covered today. From Mowgli to Shere Khan, out of all these characters, whose real-life natural form surprised you the most when compared to their cartoon version? Think about it, and keep exploring the amazing ways media translates our natural world.